Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Pisces, how you doing? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I am looking at all of these oracles, these delicious oracles. We're going to drop those and find out what's going on for the energy for the week ahead, and then we're going to clear it up with some tarot. We are using Moonology because there's so many things going on astrologically. Happy full moon in Aquarius to you, and happy Lionsgate portal. That's two of the major things that are going on, but of course we have a lot of planets in retrograde, including Mercury. Right? So welcome here, and thank you for giving a shot. If you are here brand new, I appreciate you for giving this a shot. And if you are somebody who keeps coming back, my water family, my Pisces family, thank you so much for coming back. And at the end of this reading, I'm going to talk about how you can get a private reading. I'm also going to talk about where the extended is if you're interested in that. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, I almost said my fire family, but look at that. A fiery climax approaches. Very interesting. It says full moon in Aries, but our full moon right now that's going on is in Aquarius. But something that I feel that you're removing from your life or letting go, because full moons are always about the release. It feels like it's bringing in something that's coming in fast, like quickly, or fiery, maybe passionate possibly. Let's take a look here. Tell me more about Pisces. Oh, your North Node. Do you have a North Node in Aries? I do. If you're somebody who is a North Node, Aries, I could be talking about you, possibly. Tell me more about Pisces. We've got exchanging gifts. Very interesting. A new life. We'll talk about the bottom of the deck in a moment. I pulled out the surrender deck because we are in full moon energy, and full moons are all about the surrender. They're all about the release. And so let's find out what possibly you need to release here or surrender to. Pisces. Tell me about Pisces. All right, there it is. We've got surrender low self-esteem. Very interesting. So it says, you deserve success, love, and abundance, Pisces. It says, set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Look, put that on paper. I release back to the universe, low self-esteem, throw it in your abalone shell, which is what I have here, or take it outside, put it in a pot, burn it, give it back to the universe. That would be your sacrifice or your surrender to the universe, that you're surrendering this back to the universe. All right, let's look at these. So we've got step out of your comfort zone, North Node. North Node is how you are moving in your life, how you're moving forward in your life, why you're here. And my South Node is in Libra. So I was trying to always keep everything in balance in the last life. And in this life, I'm an Aries, Aries North Node, and I'm moving forward really quickly. So it's really good to know your North and your South Nodes. We've got new life. Look at this. Very interesting. We've got new life. Look, it's card number 12. We've got card number 39, which is a 12. And new life tells me a new cycle is about to begin. Look at all the purple. Purple here. Third eye is opening. Somebody's opening up from a slumber, realizing that it's time for me to move forward, step out of my comfort zone into the new cycle or the new life. And bottom of the deck here, we have surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow. Oh, my watery friends. Instead of trying to force the river. How beautiful is that? All talking about water, how you stay in the flow, right? Stay out of the doorway, which means stop controlling the outcome. Stay out of the doorway and get into the flow of effortlessness. Let things happen as they will, and then respond to them. Don't react to them. Let's get some tarot. Tell me about my two vicious friends, about my water family. Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, please. What do we need to know about Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, Page of Cups is on deck. A fiery climax approaches. Some of you are going to get a message, some good news, and it's going to be shocking. Could be a new connection for some of you as well. Where did I throw that? Hang on, let me go grab it. All right, I felt like I should. As you know, if you've watched me long enough, sometimes I feel like I should dive and sometimes I don't. That particular one was the Three of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like it's almost like we're exchanging apologies, is what it feels like with the Three of Swords in the reverse. Exchanging gifts here. Card number 27 is a 9. Somebody's been in hermit energy. And somebody might be bringing you a gift to say sorry, possibly. Sorry for hurting you. Or just sorry I've been silent, possibly. Someone's been in their head. We have Libra energy here. Tell me about surrendering to low self-esteem. Ah, there we go, the Lovers. Look, you could be the person who is waiting for someone to get out of their head, get out of their broken heart energy long enough to come see you. It feels like this is all pointing to something that's surprising. Someone is going to release hard feelings, old feelings, or heartbreak. And it feels like someone possibly was feeling a little bit intimidated by you, Pisces. Flip it, it could be you, but I feel like somebody was going back and forth. I'm looking at the duality of Gemini, the Lovers. It feels like somebody was going back and forth. Is this the right thing for me? Is this not the right thing for me? So maybe somebody hurt your feelings. Maybe somebody hurt you. That could be why the Three of Swords is in the reverse, that maybe you're over it or you're just not feeling as bad about it as you used to. But it also could be that somebody is feeling terrible about hurting you and wants to come by and say, look, I'm sorry I've been silent. I've been in my head, or something like that. Let's talk about this fiery climax that's approaching here. Tell me about this fiery climax. Because I feel like somebody is showing up. You are either getting some really good news, and that could mean maybe it's not romantically related. It could be about anything. It feels like good news is here, something that's going to make you emotionally happy. Tell me about the Page of Cups. It's going to be surprising as well. I think because Aries is fire energy, right? A fiery climax approaches, and then the Page of Cups is here. All right, we'll do that then. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the World card. Oh boy. Look, I think something you've been waiting for is showing up. I think that, Pisces, that you've been holding your position. If you are the person who is the feminine leaning energy, which means you are the feminine, mostly feminine energy with a little bit of masculine, I think that you've been holding your position and waiting for something to come to a head. Like you're waiting for something to move or something to show up. It feels like you've been manifesting or calling someone or something in, because look at all this energy. This is all major arcana energy. So many changes coming up and starting at the beginning of the week. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune tells me everything is about to change. Expansion is here. And this moment of destiny is showing up at the same time the World card is here. So you are accomplishing something by holding your ground, staying in your shoes, staying in your Empress energy, which is not chasing, not calling, not texting, waiting for whatever it is to show up for you. I feel like this World card is telling me that the chapter is now in effect closed, and what is changing is something that is going to surprise you. We'll talk more about that later. Tell me about the Three of Swords in the reverse. What's this? It feels like you and somebody who maybe had words, had heat. Maybe one of you felt hurt. Maybe one of you was just up in your head and trying to heal an old wound. Could simply be that. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So it does feel like it's somebody that you've fallen into silence with. And it doesn't have to be for a long time. Look, we got 6 swords. For me, swords are days. And so it could be 6 days. It could be a week that you haven't spoken to this person. Some of you, it could be 6 months. Some of you, it could be 5 years. It feels like there's been a lull, a period of lull or silence. And I think that for some of you, that maybe the other person was trying to heal themselves or was really scared they were going to get hurt. It feels like somebody was in their head trying to claim their balance. And it does feel like there has been a period of silence. So we detached from each other. And I feel like when this person reappears in your life, and it doesn't feel like anything dramatic. I'm going to say this isn't an argument that made us break up and all the dramatic stuff that goes on that we put in the comments. It's not what that is. It feels like it could be a friend. It could be we had a disagreement and we just stopped talking. We just stopped talking because somebody realized that it's not me that's triggering you, that you were already triggered by heartbreak from the past. So it feels like there is somebody here who was taking their time because they've already had their heart broken in the past and they still have very real memories of being hurt in the past. But I also feel like somebody here has decided, I'm just going to detach and let go and stop feeling this chaotic up in the head energy. I'm just going to move forward here because it's been too long since we talked. I don't want to be on the outside looking in of your life anymore. I think somebody might show up with a tiny bit of like a trinket, or maybe a flower, maybe a rose, or it feels like maybe an apology possibly for some of you. We've got the Lovers and we've got low self-esteem. It feels like somebody was nervous that they weren't good enough or didn't have enough, and they do want this new life for you, and now they're stepping out of the comfort zone and coming forward to you here. Tell me about the Lovers. They were waiting for it to feel effortless, I think, instead of forcing the river. They were trying to wait to stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of forcing the river. So I don't know if that's you or them, but somebody here didn't want to force the river. Didn't want to force it, wanted to think about it for a moment. We've got the Magician. And we've got the Five of Wands. So after hesitation, everything now is about to bloom. Look, the Magician is next to the Eight of Pentacles. So it feels like with this Magician energy, now transformation is here. You can see all the butterflies, right? Transformation is here, and it's up against the Eight Pentacles, which means now we've given the plants, I don't know, a double dose of plant food. Look, I'm not a plant person. I kill them all, but tell me what that means. Maybe we've got plants on steroids. I don't know. But it feels like the Magician energy is really infusing energy, like good energy, like manifested energy for things to grow. And I think there was somebody here who was holding back, or I'm not sure, I'm not good enough, should I go out of my comfort zone? But I feel like while all of that was going on, I feel like you were standing your ground. Now, if you are the person who is the masculine, I would say, because the Empress is never going to chase. So if you are someone who is the masculine, I feel like we could be talking about you thinking, maybe I'm not enough, maybe I don't have enough, maybe my heart hasn't healed from the last situation. And I feel like you have been wanting to go forward to the Empress, but I feel as though it was a little bit daunting for you, that you were feeling like, but is this really going to grow? The Magician and the Eight of Pentacles tells me it's going to grow wild. Like really wild. Okay, so I'm going to go into the extended. We're going to talk about this, all of this. So when we go into the extended, I do clarify all of this. We're going to get details on all of this. And then I put down 3 cards here. We're going to talk about that. That's usually ends up being the overall advice for moving forward, what we're supposed to do from here. So if you're interested in the extended or a private read, please look in the pinned comment. Everything you need to know about extendeds and private reads are always in the pinned comment, which is at the top of the comments right under the video. If you want to purchase this reading, this extended, you can do that. There's a link for that in the pinned comment. If you would like to come into the membership area because you want to watch more than one of the extendeds, then you're free to do that. Please follow the membership link. And if you're interested in a private reading right now, excuse me, I am caught up with the pre-recorded private readings at this time. So if you're interested in that, you get a pretty fair turnaround time if you're interested in a private reading. And if you're interested in a live reading, I'm doing private live readings as well. We've been having so much fun doing that, getting to know each other over the phone like real people do instead of in the comments. And so I have between 5 and 75% off of those readings if you would like to try doing that. Let's find out what is going on. What's the advice for Pisces. The advice is make a plan because it's about to go down, is what it feels like. Somebody's about to take action here. They're about to step out of their comfort zone. Even though this is emotionally overwhelming for them, they're about to step out of their comfort zone and break on through to the other side. I don't know, I just heard the Doors in my head. I've never listened to the Doors in my life. Break on through to the other side. Someone is using all of these wands to make a bridging the distance, bridging a way for you and them to get back and forth to each other, which means we're coming together here. We do have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is somebody who's been feeling a lot and trying to keep it all under the surface. And so we could be dealing with someone who is a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. I think they've been thinking the worst, that if they were honest and truthful about their feelings, that possibly there's too many fundamental differences, that we couldn't make this work. Because the King of Cups is here. So somebody has been thinking under the surface about what to say, how to say it. We've got the Five of Swords and One of Six. Somebody was thinking, maybe I should just leave it. Six Swords, maybe I should just disconnect and be done with it. But I really think that somebody here wants to win you at any cost. So it does feel like somebody here is ready to speak up or speak out. They could be a Libra, they could be a Taurus, they could be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, maybe Sagittarius. They could be Cancer. They could be Scorpio is here. Got Gemini, we've got Libra, Aries, and Gemini energy. Yep. All right. I'm going to leave that here. I'm going to go into the extended, and if you'd like to be there, I would love to see you there. But if I don't, that's okay, because I'll be back. Because I'm always back. You take care of yourself, Pisces, and I'll be back soon. Love you guys. Bye.